Conditional statements are used to check whether the condition is true or false. Okay, so basically we can work around with if, elif, and else keywords. Those are the reserved keywords. You can use it for the conditional statement to check whether the condition is true or false. Okay, so we'll do a basic small example to find out a number which is greater than or equal to or lesser than or equal to. Okay, so we would take something called as a is equal to here, like we were testing it for the integer. I would say here as enter a is equal to like this. So let me just copy this, let me just paste it once again back here. I would say b, I take this b here, and I would say if a is greater than b, I would say print, I would say a is greater than b. Okay, so like this I would write elif. Okay, elif a is less than b, I would say a is lesser than b, like this. Then I would say else, I would say a is equal to b. Okay, so this is a simple code which basically takes the integers from the user and gives you the output, whether it is greater than, whether the number is greater than the other number what you have entered, or it is lesser than the other number, or it is equal to the number. So let's test it. So for example, if I say a is equal to 20 and b is equal to 10, and of course we know that a is greater than b. So what exactly happens here? So when the moment when you type a is equal to 20 and b is equal to 10, then the first, it just comes to the first condition, whether it satisfies or not. So the condition here it satisfies, it's 20 greater than 10, it is true. So it will just give you the result what exactly it has been printed to have it in your output console. So it will come out of the code. So basically, what if I just execute this once again and just type a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 20. So here a is lesser than b, am I right? So basically you can get the result as a is lesser than b. So basically what exactly happened is, it will just check whether 10 is greater than 20, it's false, so it just goes to the other condition and checks whether the 10 is less than 20. Yes, it is true, so it will give you the result. So let's execute this once again to find a is equal to 10, b is equal to 10. You got the result as a is equal to b. Similarly, for the else particular statement, let's do a code basically to find out whether the vote eligibility for age above 18 years. Okay, so we would take two genders, one is a male, another one is a female, and we would just see whether whenever the user enters the gender as male and when he enters his age as 18 or 19, 20, so we should give him the result that you are a male and you are eligible for the voting. So what if the user enters my age is just 12, so yes, you can say you're a male, you cannot, you're not eligible for voting. So generally we would do a basic code for understanding, not to offense. Okay, so here there's an vote eligibility program. So now let's say, for example, if I take gender, in this gender, since it's in string, I would take an input. I would say enter your gender, and I would say male or female, right? So as you know that the input might be like either it would be in a lowercase or uppercase, so we need to write a logic for that, so that whatever the condition it satisfies. So we would do that. So just stay tuned. So a is equal, so let's say I would take age is equal to, in a form of an integer, I would say input, I would say enter your age, like this. Okay, so you can just go ahead and enter your age. So now let me just take something called as I'll just store a temporary variable so that I can just convert it. So I'll take x is equal to, so this is basically what exactly x is equal to does it. So it will convert whatever the user inputs, whether it is a lowercase or uppercase, or you can enter like capital M, lowercase a, capital L, or lowercase e, so like that. So whatever the user enters, it basically converts the string into the uppercase. Okay, so now if I write a condition like x is equal to like male, whoever enters the male, okay, they should be eligible for voting. So I would be like writing like that, if age is greater than or equal to 18. So now I would say a print statement. So here guys, this particular code also you would be clarified on the nested you know conditional statements. So just have a look at it. Okay, so now here if the age is greater than 18, so I would say that you or I would write a gender here, whatever you enter your gender, and you are and eligible for voting. Okay, so let me just copy this. Okay, so now basically what exactly I'm just writing, you are you're a male, and you're a male. I would also write male 28, you're eligible for voting, like that. Okay, so you're a male 28 eligible for voting. So let me just copy this. So now I would say if the age is not greater than or equal to 18, I would say you are a male not eligible for voting. So like that. Okay, so now similarly I would take something called as elif. I would take x here equal to, now it's time to type female. Here we go. There you go. I've just typed it. So let me just, for the time being, I'll just copy and paste it over here. And of course, it's also the same thing, your gender, and you're eligible for voting or you're not eligible for voting. Okay, so, and also, like if you type anything else, I would like to type something called as print something here. Request you to only type either male or female, like this. So execute this program, let's see if it works. So enter your gender, male or female. Let me just put a colon so that there should not be any confusion. Okay, so here you go. So it's just asking me to enter the male or female. So let me enter capital M, lowercase a, capital E. Okay, like that. So now I have entered a male. Now I would say my age is 23, let's say. So you're a male, 23, eligible for voting. So similarly, you can just do it for a female. Let me just type female here. Age is 34, let's say. You're a female, 34, eligible for voting. So what if I just type female? What if I just type 12? So you're female 12, not eligible for voting. So similarly, we can test it for male. And we can just type let's say 7 years old, so you're a male 7, not eligible for voting. So basically this is just a test code to find the eligibility for vote or not, and also like it's an explanation on the nested condition statements. So you can see that we have an if block. Inside the if block we have an if block again, else block again, we have a elif block again, that you can find a nested if and else. Like that you can pretty much enlarge this program and find your tricks. Let's do a sample kind of project based on a fruit shop to understand the conditional statements in an advanced way, so that you can practice and you can analyze the code. So like following is the image what you see here, like the fruit shop. This is the name of the shop where you can see a biller who has the stocks of the various fruits. Like say he have the watermelons, papaya, pineapple, green apple, bananas. So as you can see, the customer as a woman walks up to his store and asks for a banana and an apple or strawberries, whatever it could be. So she must be looking for strawberries or the oranges, or else like if there are no options for like that, she can just directly purchase some bananas. Okay, so basically you can see there are the two sections which are out of stock here. So those are nothing but the strawberries and as well as the oranges, what exactly the women seek for. Okay, so here as you can see there are the other particular items over here with him, but we needed to get the stock of it, and also what are the quantities, how many kgs he have, and what and all he can bill, and what can he say. So let's do a sample code like that. So I've just wrote it for you. So there you go. So here we would use a print statement to just get printed for a fruit shop. So then we would use another print statement to say that welcome to here, have bananas, watermelon, papaya, green apple, all the fruit stock. So we would like to also ask like like to the woman, what would you like to pick? So the woman directly have just taken a word called woman over here. Since it's a string, I have taken an input, choose the fruit from the above list. Then like whatever we input from the from the console, we may enter the lowercase or uppercase. So for a safer side, what did I do? I have just taken a W that is equal to women dot upper. So uh, whatever the words which you would be entering on the console, it would be converted to the uppercase. It will convert all the words in the uppercase. So here, since I have just got the stock like what I have wrote over here. Okay, so I have said if W is equal to banana, print I have 10 kgs. How many do you want? So again, I have used an input particular like inputs like inside the condition block. So you can see that I'm taking an integer now because it's a integer which asking you to choose from 1 to 10. So if the user inputs 1 2 3 4 5 till 10, I have just noted it down like W is equal to 1 in a basic way for you to understand as of now the conditional statement. So you can just write or W is equal to 2, 3, 4 like that till 10. So then I have said that here are your bananas. Thank you. Please visit again. So here again I have used an else block inside this. If you can say please enter. If you have chosen the number 11, let's say. So you would say a message like please enter the number 1 to 10 as I have only 2 kgs left in the stock. So similarly, I did it for the watermelon where I have said for bananas I have 10 kgs, where watermelon I have only 2 kgs. How many do you want? If you want to enter 1 or 2, please enter 1 or 2. Else it will just say you a message that please enter the number 1 or 2. I have only 2 kgs left in stock. Similarly, I have did it for the papaya here with an elif. You can say papaya I have 3 kgs. I have asked to choose 1 or 2 or 3. So basically I have wrote an if block, else block to give a print. I said green apples I have 2 kgs. I have said pineapples I have 2 kgs. I have said elif. I have said oranges like which are currently out of stock. Currently oranges are not in stock. Request you to choose from the above list. Like even if it is apple, I said currently apples are not in stock. I request you to choose it from the above list. This particular two, orange and apple, like when you go back to the figure, you can say that like oranges and as well as are out of stock. So basically like we are doing it, let's execute this code so that you can understand in a better way. So you can see the moment I execute this code, I would nicely get a fruit shop like this. Like you can pretty much design the way you want, and the fruit, let's say the biller is addressing the woman like welcome dear, I have bananas, watermelon, papaya, green apple, pineapple, orange, apple, what would you like to pick? Choose the fruit from the above list. What if the woman says that I need a banana? Okay, so now here like the shopkeeper says to her that I have 10 kgs, how many do you want? So if you enter, let's say I need 7 kgs here, the shopkeeper will tell you the woman that here are your bananas, thank you, please visit again. So like this you can execute once again to test all the other particular things whether it's working or not. So what if the woman says that no, I need apple? So like the shopkeeper says currently apples are not in stock, I request you to choose from the above list. Now let's say what if the woman says I need orange? Okay, so you can pretty much say like this, currently oranges are not in stock, I request you to choose it from the above list. So what if basically like if I say let us say papaya, then but the shopkeeper says that I have 3 kgs, how many do you want? I would say 4. Let's say, as you know that the stock is only for 3 kgs, but I have just inputted but I have just gave an input of 4 kgs. So what exactly happened when I do that? It will give me a message as I said you, as we have wrote if else block like that, please enter the number 1 or 2 or 3, and as I have only 3 kgs left in the stock. So basically you can do this particular thing. So I hope you have understood what exactly I was trying to explain about. It is just by looking into the picture, I thought I would just design something so that it would be easy for you to understand. So basically just imagine like the person below here contains the complete stock of it. So you can imagine like any fruit whichever you like, or you can pretty much add like any store or a medical store. Like if you wanted to make this code like using like some medicine names or something. Like you can pretty much write like based on the stocks what you have, like what you want to design with a conditional statement. So like this, if, elif, and else, you can create the conditional statement. So try doing something yeah, something robotic. Yeah, thank you.